Hey, good morning. It's been a bit longer than 24 hours, but it shouldn't hinder the process of the ointment. Did you spend your night all right? Your day all right? I know it can be mentally taxing on a fresh subject to consider your undeath. Are you still in there? Gotta make sure that you haven't regressed any further to insanity. Well, you look to be fairly conscious still. Welcome back. I'm going to start taking off your buckles now so we can start getting at your skin and start repairing that body. Alright, to start off, I'm going to make a few incisions into your chest and stomach cavity. We have to take out some of your unnecessarily internal organs and keep the rest from rotting. So things like you don't really need like your gallbladder, your appendix. The warlocks have done multiple experiments. They've realized that even though you're undead, you can still get infections and whatnot from bad bacteria in those areas. And since you don't need a lot of it, it's best just to take it out. We'll leave your whole digestive tract. You will need at least some nutrients to keep that body functioning. Lungs get to stay. Although you don't need to breathe, a lot of zombies, especially high-functioning zombies, just kind of mimic the action. We keep them in just to let them keep a little bit of sanity. Warlocks have found that personality and social understanding usually mimics the race that the zombie has formed within. So dwarves tend to be a little rougher. Orcs tend to be a little more violent. Humans are just in the middle. So although you're a zombie, you should at least understand a lot of the human culture and whatnot. It is a little unfortunate because zombies are definitely considered to be gross. So if you have a little grossness about yourself, it's sad, but my job is to try to help you and keep that to a minimum. Once I'm through with you, you'll look like a regular patchwork Halloween costume. I tell you what. We'll leave your heart too, yeah. The warlocks have also found that empathy and moral guidance somehow tends to correlate with the existence or the leaving the heart in the chest cavity. Don't really know how it works. It's recommended in our complete textbook on how to prepare the undead to leave the heart in. Now hold still, and this might be a little uncomfortable. I'm going to have to suck out all this extra fluid and stuff. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. I'm going to replace all that stuff that I just took out with ointment-soaked cotton, so we can fill you up, give you some body, and keep you from falling over. As far as I can tell, your bones are all in good condition, so we won't need to add any supports. But if that changes, you can always check with your local internist. If you spot anything, it can be hard to tell because zombies have various levels of pain tolerances and tactile awareness. So if you're on the low spectrum, just check yourself in the mirror if you have time. Any odd posture, maybe loose joints, stuff like that. And just go check yourself out. And usually, well, you'll have to get permission from whoever has purchased you. But usually if you've been a good zombie, if you've been doing your job, they'll usually help you out. Now that that's all done, I'm going to start stitching you up. Make sure it all fits and stays in there. I'll also have to be trimming off. You see you have some holes here where bugs and worms have started eating. And the ointment should take care of that too. Any internal parasites should both be killed and be prevented by that ointment. But I'll have to start cutting that out and replacing with other skin. I have a bunch on hand. It's been dried, and all it needs is a bit of moistening to... After I cut it to size, I just have to moisten it up, and then I can sew it on. It'll be look a little patchworky, but it'll be cool. After cutting out the bad skin and squaring it off, we treat it a lot like leather, where we'll have to punch the holes before running string through it. We use some corpses end up too far gone. Where if they were to reincarnate or whatever, they would have no semblance of self, and you wouldn't be able to control them. They'd just be stereotypical zombies. So when that happens, we dig them up. I always have to be keeping an eye on the bodies, and I dig them up, and then I salvage what I can. So if strong bones or complete bones for rebuilding, torsos, femurs, whatever. I'll skin some of the corpses and keep it for instances like this where I have to patch up your own skin. And of course, any good limb will be able to keep in a preserved area, a cool preserved area, and replace any up-and-coming zombies' arms. And we can ship it out too, if I ever get a request. An aristocrat to fix their favorite zombie or something. You're gonna need a new arm too, I've said that already, but I have a few in the back that I think would fit. I'll just have to take some measurements later. Where did my scissors go? I'm sitting on it.